What up, chat? Good morning. Welcome back to the screen. Just trying to get a little organized. I don't quite have the right lens on, but I think it's going to be okay. I do kind of need a wider lens for this, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I do need to drop the links in Discord and whatnot. Okay. So basically, today I've got a boatload of old stuff. I gotta find out what's prototypes for the prototype FOVs. What up, Zolt? What should be in the display cases right now? What's extra? Wow. Okay. Oh, you know why that's so goofy? Now that all makes so much more sense now. We are on the wrong camera. Let's try again. I'm on the wrong microphone too. Holy cow. Chad, I'm sorry.
Testing. Does it sound silky smooth now? What up, Levi? How's the music level? Probably a little louder. There we go. Now we are talking. Okay, now let's get it switched over to the full webcam RP. Okay, so clearly not in the right spot. Oh, that's silky. Okay. Much better though, right? Much nicer. Let's see. How's that? That's really nice. It shows my balding hairline very, very well. Okay. Okay. Audio sounds better. Very good. So the issue here, there, the autofocus is just a little low, but when I reach out, I want it to be right there so you can see right here we have a nickel Triton in the collection sitting there. I don't know what to do with. Um, and then I don't know if this is a nickel or a titanium. Here we go. So far, it's felt like Monday morning all over again. Was Monday morning good or bad or? I'm gonna share this link and then we'll start going through what we got. What up, Alex? Not great. Levi, sorry to hear that, dude. What do I use to polish up nickel? I don't. Um, I really don't polish anything. Don't say it, I know you're thinking it. Sorry guys, this takes me a while to get these links posted. Mother's Mag. Mother's polish I've used for maybe titanium. I don't know. I don't really mess with the polishing. It's just something I probably should do and put something out there, but let's just see what alcohol does real quick to the nickel. Sometimes it tarnishes. I mean, nickel and copper is probably not something to just test stuff on, but let's see. Yeah, this needs something stronger, I think, to polish it. It's been sitting for a while. It has some, you can feel some of the tarnish on it. So alcohol is not going to do it. I don't know about acetone. Find out for you, though. What's Flitz? Brasso? I'm assuming that would be for some brass. Let's see. Acetone also. Not it. So not the normal things I use for ano cleanup. Okay. So I guess this is going in the I don't know what I'm going to do with it pile. That'll go there. Alright, blue titanium hawk. I see a blasted tie hawk up there. And I don't see this. I'd like to have two of the titanium hawk. Check my cases. It's a prototype case, which we will definitely need out here. That's a non-G2 case. That's a prototype case, okay. So we'll get this out, because this is a prototype case. Maybe one day we'll organize the prototypes, but today's not that day. So this is the Keeper platform. Okay. This This is titanium. Okay, these are all titanium. I don't know which. This is an OC. I don't think I did prototypes on the OC. This is a periwinkle downvote. I don't see any OCs over there, so we definitely want an OC. I need to go through these Thai Banshees, see which ones the prototype versions are, and then I'll decide which ones to keep. So, I don't really know for sure which is which. Black one. You saw that rim is pretty different than this rim. Very different. Actually, this might be all three versions, but I can only hold two up at a time. See how different those rims are? So definitely two of the prototypes. Maybe even a production run. And then blue. Was the blue Anno production run? I believe so. Do I have a titanium production up here? I don't think so. So I do need a production Thai Banshee. I really need to look up that video for the differences. This is a just a production Arbiter. So this can go, actually, this is the first one that can go in the cell pile. It's got some damage on it. This is a donation. This has the tea bags on it. Donation was a weird project. Years of different story on it. It's kind of, I don't know what the Smashing Yo-Yo's mix is it, but it's kind of like the Hawk size with a Smashing Yo-Yo something involved with it. Smashing Yo-Yo's owner had a big G2 collection. He auctioned it off on the G2 Nation page, and I allowed him to do that because then the funds of that were supposed to go to this project, which then when these were sold, they were supposed to go to two of our charities. I never got my half to sell, so it's no longer has the G2 name on it, nothing to do with it. I never got my half to sell so that my proceeds could go to the charity of my choice. So that's why the G2 name is no longer attached to the donation. This pink guy is a prototype. I forget what I originally called it, but it eventually turned into the mongoose. Snaz collab. I don't know how many, probably 25 yo-yos. They didn't screw me out of it. They screwed whatever charity I wanted out of whatever. What's 25 times 125? They said they sold it on their Patreon page and donated to the charity. I can't confirm or deny. So maybe that happened, maybe it didn't, but I didn't get to pick the charity or confirm that the 100% of the proceeds went. Wolf, Marvel, Aftershock. I don't see any collabs in the case. So this might be my singular collab. These are awesome. I don't know what to do with them. I've got a Quake and an Aftershock here. These are plated in gold. These are gold plated. 24 karat. The collab was with Monkey Finger, yes. So the collab, um, I might have it somewhere. We did a 3D print of the yo-yo, and then the actual yo-yo came out too heavy. So the collab is a very heavy yo-yo. And then part of that process was I was doing all the silicone assembly, boxing, since Ray did the anodizing, and then shipping to the stores. But then when they got to me after anodizing, the posts were not anodized. So that was a big issue because if the posts aren't anodized, the bearing seats would gal. So luckily, he wasn't going to re-anodize them. But Chris Allen from Yo-Yo Skills had recently joined the Monkey Finger design team, and I got him to talk Ray into anodizing the post because we could not put that product into the wild. You know, just eat the cost of shipping them back and taking more time. We couldn't put those into the wild with raw posts. The idea for him not anodizing the post, but he didn't tell me about it, otherwise we would have just saved the time. He said it was more exact than anodizing the post, which is true. There's no issues. You know exactly what they're machined to, but then you have issues with the stainless steel bearing on the raw aluminum post. Two Ghost Protos here. This black one is Delrin. When I made those out of PTFE. What up, Brian? eBay the gold plated? I don't want to pay the eBay fees. I don't know what the right choice would be for those. Let's see here. I've got two elites. These. This looks like a prototype. This does not look like a prototype. Maybe a production run on this. Let's test those out, see how they feel. Regular white ghosts are made of PTFE. It is what Teflon is, but Teflon is a specific brand, similar to how Kleenex is a specific brand of like tissue. So it's PTFE is the material. It's basically Teflon. This guy's got some vibe. I gotta make sure this isn't a proto before I throw it. The black ghost is like half the weight. Oh, that guy is trash. This is a Banshee prototype. So this is maybe a V2. We had a lot of issues with this machining, but maybe a V2 or a V3. What? No, V2 was purple and green. This is a V1.1. I don't know. Alright. Oh wow, we got a lot of... Well, this is an Arbiter prototype. Check this out. I think this is the second one, or the first one. And you can see here, this is an Arbiter with a G2 spike. We eventually got rid of the spike on the Arbiter, but this is a prototype with a spike on it. Now check out some of these Reaper prototypes. This is one of the earlier ones. Look at the hub. It's kind of nice, kind of clean. Gradually got thinner because we were having such vibe issues. And both of those are newer ones where they have the little hubs and circles. Two or three machine shops on the Reaper. 7 prototypes. Okay. This is just a gray Banshee 22. Well, that's all the production versions, Matt. So you're all set there. This is just an EDC gray B22 I had for the collection. I'm not sure what B22s I have up there. I've got a Snoz. That's AL7. So this is probably going to end up being my beater, B22. This is just a BAP OG Pelican. Wrong camera, Jake, you ding dong. The OG Pelican. That is the yo-yo that almost put G2 out of business. A good morning. What up, Cody? I remember the differences, Matt, but there's a lot of difference. I guess the original Banshee mostly has the least amount of rim weight. It's a lot of mid weight, and that mid wall plays very, very agile and floaty. 2016, so that baby's 8 years old. Okay, so we've got an OG Smooth Pelican. What I was getting ready to say about the OG Pelican, I don't know. I'll probably list that OG Peli. Is that was kind of part of our switch for between machine shops. That one almost put us out of business because we had a whole run that was broken down like this: 60% trash, 20% glitch, and 20% A grade. That's how bad the run was on those Pelicans. So I mean, it's not a long story; it's a short story. And then that's when we updated the Pelican to the P19. So there's not a lot of A grade OG Pelicans out there, but that's when we updated and started looking at multiple machine shops. These are two GBPs, our first ultralight that fits in the only one that fits in the campaign series, but both purple rims. Gotta have at least 2 GBPs for the collection, so if I don't have any up there, these are definite keepers. Prototype Life, Prototype G2 Vu. When we were going to make Brandon Vu a signature before he made whatever he makes right now, Outlier Yo-Yo or something. I forget. Sorry, guys. It's rude of me. But that's what I do. I stay in my lane. Outlier. Then if you don't know about the campaign series, these are all the same size yo-yos. The difference is the ring around the middle and the specs. Offset. What's Outlier? Outlier is one of the yo-yos? Okay. So these are all the same specs. They're different weights. These are the campaign, and we did easy, normal, heroic, and legendary. And they're each different weights, but the same specs overall outside of that. So gotta have one of each. That's a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1. So we gotta have those 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't. I'd rather have those 2. This is a beater, so I can sell that one. This is the beater to play. This is the one for the case. This looks like the easy campaign. I think it made sense definitely for Brandon to make a brand. Um, we were gonna work out a way for it. There was gonna be the monometal, the bimetal, and then a plastic eventually. But he found somebody to just. His partner was the finance side of his brand, so that made a lot more sense for him personally because he's a large brand. Are you going to Worlds? I'm not sure. Worlds is pretty close to here, but Jonah's, my son's birthday is August 2nd, which is right around there, so um, that will take priority. Okay. Is there going to be a garage sale? I'll probably list this stuff in the office sale section of the Discord. Here we have a bronze or coppery blasted titanium banshee. I don't know for sure. I got to go through those and see what is the um, what versions are prototypes in production. Mini banshee wide. I would like to see this as a D bearing. After I did the mini Covey as a D bearing, it yeah. Oops. Um, kind of changed the way I like mini yo-yos. So the mini Covey is a fantastic yo-yo. It's much better in my opinion than the mini Banshee and the mini Banshee wide. I would like to do a mini Banshee wide in a D bearing and see what I think of it. Drop a thumbs up if you think that's a good idea, or a heart. The biggest thing I'm excited for Worlds is a golfer's scramble. Okay, mini wide. Let me see if I have any. I don't believe I do up there. Oh, you guys, I have all of those. I have 2 GBPs in the case already. The Hulk, but I'm not getting rid of those two. I can't. Can't do it. Gotta have the Mamba. And I already have all of the sizes up there. The orange and black does look so nice. Orange and black rims is clean AF. Okay, so let me see. This is the beater. It's staying to play. Let me see if these are smooth. If they're not smooth, they're really not worth listing. Let me just give them to somebody. From a Kobe fan? Can we just see that one? The one I just put in the display case? Come on now, Matt. Just gold with purple rims. There is just a simplicity to just nice solids with solid rims that I've gotten away from, and it's hard to. Once you dive into crazy colorways, it's hard to not just continue down that route, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but because I know that you guys like the crazy colorways, and it's worrisome. Are the just clean classic ones going to do well? I do like the specific fade. got a Pacific Fade up there. Okay. So we can put that one there. Okay. Chat. I don't know if anybody's going to know this. Probably not. Do you guys know if this is a prototype covenant or a production run? Where's Brian when I need him? I'm not sure if that's a prototype or not. I still don't get it, Alex. I don't get that brass smell that he complains about. What up, Brandon? Oh my gosh, I forgot how much. I haven't played some of these in so long. This thing has so much power. This is the Brashy. Brass Rim Banshee, AL7. Not 100% sure if I have the AL7 or the regular up there in the case. Here we've got one of the first splash bimetals we did. Just because I was so against how it would look. I just don't smell it at all. I don't have a great nose though, so. AL7 RBX is amazing. Thank you, Levi. I think that's my favorite yo-yo overall. What do I have here? Just a clear Banshee SS clean. I've kind of just been hoarding Banshee SS's because it's retired. So I've got that next to just the Golden Goose. And the gold is AL7 with gold rims, not brass. Is it a smell that sticks to your hand, or just a smell that you smell overall? That clear Banshee SS has a little vibe. See how the Golden Goose does? It's nice. It's nice. I don't have a gold one. Do I have anything with gold rims? We'll keep that one. This is just a champagne poppin' Valhalla. It's focusing on my face, isn't it? Yeah. It sticks or it stinks. I mean, if it sticks to your hand, the stink sticks to your hand, the smell. If the yo-yo sticks, stop touching it on your hand during your tricks. Got a custom right here for the display case. not quite focusing correctly, is it? But a special wedding. I was not at the wedding or anything. I kept one just because I made it. So I've got a whole display of anodized, or not anodized, but engraved respawns. This is a wild ano. It feels like a sticker though. It's like raised, it's so thick, it's so shiny. Just like a tester. I think I'm gonna put that in the prototypes as a prototype ano. Woof! We got a whole another stack here, huh? Stacks on stacks. Oh, there it is. Here's the collab proto we did. We didn't do a aluminum proto. This is a 3D printed proto. And part of why the aluminum version came out heavier than we wanted. Or I wanted. I don't know about we. Proto? Proto Moto? Here is the Team Edition collab. One of the less vibrant unicorn fades we've done. Laser fades, whatever you want to call it. At Cap. Is that what the kids say today? Cap? But back in this time, Unicorn Fade was like our signature. We would do one run of Unicorn Fade. I mean, it was nice because it lets you feel the yo-yo, but you need to do it in aluminum. Release that STL? Still? I mean, we still do Unicorn Fade. It's just not as cool when it was kind of like an exclusive thing. Check this out. This is a copper-plated OG Banshee. It looked like a fresh penny when I got it. Here is a anodized titanium hawk I did. Heat anodized. Come on, Jake. Oh, I mean, why? There's no reason to release something like that, right? You guys like that copper? Brasso that, clean it up. I don't know, I could, and then see it as it ages again. Oh, this guy's got some vibe, darn it. Copper plating is really hard because it, the buildup on the post. I think that I love the Aquamarine Arbiter X. The Proto, having the only one is kind of cooler than selling 3D printed protos out there. Kind of wonder. No, yeah, this was the proto. It's got the short spikes of the Valhalla. Respawn. Here we have a mixed mix half swap Banshee I can't get rid of because it plays okay, but it's so ugly. It's just two halves that didn't work together from anodized, but they play together. Original Luna. You'll see this doesn't have the Luna lip yet. This is before I decided to implement the Luna lip, and you'll also see this has got the inner rim SS. This is a B18 Proto. The only reason you can tell is because the grooves are kind of sharp in here. Here we have, I think, just a clear Reaper. Yep, it's smooth, just a clear Reaper. Here we have a proto version of the Marvel. Completely flat cup there. Ooh, we got I think this is almost a whole tray of protos. This? I don't know what this actually is. This is a B18 with some sort of copper plating. It is like super shiny. It's like it's like chrome. It's like copper chrome, like it was dipped. It's so sticky on the hand. It didn't patina over time. I forget where I even got this done. It vibes like a but it just was a prototype I did with some sort of finish on it. I don't know. I don't know why I still have it, other than it's a cool story. I guess that could go in the maybe the prototype FOV cases become prototype and experimentals. Ooh, there she is. This, if there's one yo-yo to rule them all from the G2HQ, this is it. Look at this plain nano. This is the original Banshee prototype. It's different than the production run. I tried to get this to be the production run, and it did not get machined correctly. But this has it just has a magic. It has a magic to it. That's really all I can say. It's just magical. This is the start of the pivot for G2. It's not even dead smooth. It has a hint of vibe, and that's probably why it carried over to when I was trying to produce it. But it's perfect. It's wider than the original Banshee. A lot of times the easier fix to smooth a yo-yo design out is to make it a little more narrow, or cut out how much rim weight it has. Could it be replicated with a different machine shop? I think that if I did that, I would have to... Because I'm sure that my... this one is... when a machine shop gets your CAD, there's sometimes some translation to get it to whatever type of machine they use. Sometimes there's some translation issues. A lot of them are really good, and a lot of them, well, not a lot. There's not a lot. Some of them will say, "Hey, this looks a little different on mine. How do you want me to adjust it?" And some won't. And then some will also make some adjustments and not tell you. Now, this is also 8 years ago. Well, for that prototype, 9-ish years ago, 9, 10 years ago. So it wouldn't even match the exact CAD that I would have sent. Which is kind of weird to think about, right? Here we have the version 2 prototype. I think this is version 2, was purple and green. The purple was really sticky. Then we have like the version 3 here. You'll see it kind of got thinner on those rims. This version plays really good. Or it's the version 4. I might be mixing those up. But that's another 2 more prototypes there of the Banshees. Here we have one of the original Pelican protos. Monometal Elite. If you guys didn't know, the original Elite turning into a monometal was the Pelican. What up, Terry? This is a Kraken prototype. Yep, Kraken. So this took a long time and it never got released. This was a Kraken. I don't even know if we ended up getting another name. This was with us in Yo-Yo Workshop. You definitely see the Marvel influence on it. Boom and boom. And then Kraken, we were going to have to rename it because One Drop had released the Kraken or had the art done, I forget. And kind of when you have the same name close to the same time, you can run with it. There's nothing that can actually stop you from doing it. But the bigger brand is just going to swallow you. But Wayne, the owner of Yo-Yo Workshop at the time, I don't know if he still owns it, if he sold it to the other guys, or he's just in the background now. He was on a boat. He's in the Navy for like 6 or 8 months. And G2 was kind of blowing up as he was gone. So when he got out ready to produce it, he wanted to make like 40 or 60. And I was like, no, I need to make at least 200. And it didn't work out just because of how much popularity G2 had grown to where Yo-Yo Workshop hadn't changed at all from when he was gone for 6 to 8 to a year. So it never ended up getting released because we couldn't. It didn't make sense for me to do that micro drop. So that's where we're at with the Kraken. That's the story behind the Kraken. So there's some business aspect to that there, right? Definitely could have just dropped it. And as much as the haters will say I feed into a artificial scarcity, that's not what I do. When you have good demand, there's going to be scarcity. You always want to sell as much product as you can as a business, and then as much as I can, like, kind of, and maintain a certain work-life balance. Kraken, yes, because then we also were working on art, and Yo-Yo Workshop does things a little bit different. I think Wayne's dad was an artist, so he has some art there. And then also they just use like there's like free source art out there. So I think the Kraken was just like some free source art from an old art book. Look at this little guy. Blast from the past that never got released. I guess you could say this. It's kind of like a first iteration of the Decade. Where the Decade looks a lot more like the Albatross, but this was the Seagull version 1, just a raw proto. Too sharp on the rims, didn't really play great. Too small, too heavy, the rims are thick, it just played like a brick. Never went anywhere with it. Wow, we already filled up that FOV. More FOVs should be here this week. But yeah, little Seagull V1. This is the raw Banshee 18 Proto. So we're going to replace that anodized one with this. Get that marginal cost to meet that marginal revenue or something? Wait, what are we talking about? This guy is smooth as a baby's bottom. I think this is the 70, maybe the 7075 B18. What color was the 7075 B18? You guys know? What up, Dave? This is another Pelican Proto. Looks like these are both Pelican Protos. I wonder if they weigh different. Because I also have clear ones. These are so long ago, sometimes I forget. All the time I forget. 64.8, 64.5, and 64.5. Yeah, so you can you can tell the differences on. They're very minor differences. I have so many of these different protos, so I did a lot of Pelican protos. These are all so super small. Dave, I think we use our scales for something different. Let's see here. We got some OCs. Upvote, downvote, and a fade. So the double downvote would be the one I don't. I can get rid of that one. Arbiters, 2 arbiters here, huh? I am so good at getting bind knots. Dave, you missed it. I showed off my Luna without the Luna lip. Probably look exactly like the little Nomi without the gnome lippy, or without the Luna lip on your Nomi. How many arbiters do I have over there? I got a good bit of arbiters. We're a lot of the way through there, but we got a whole stack, so we're gonna have to split this into 2 streams. I got dogs with dad today. I got this Banshee SS. It's half scales, half not. One contest, it was at the scales booth. I like the Luna Lip because it locks in, and I think you came up with the same thing. If you want to keep, what do I call it? Keep that finger locked in. There are deferring. Some people think that it's the opposite, and they don't like the Luna Lip, and I think those people are wrong. But because then you have to go deeper, I feel like, to really lock the finger in. Yeah, because if you go deeper, it really changes it with that center weight. Check these ano testers out. Can't get these anymore, but the bubblegum was looking pretty cool. That's on a Pelican and a P19. What do we have here? Just a clear P19, I think? Two of the bigger yo-yos we've made. I don't have a Tsunami next to it, but we got a big boy 430 in the Arby's sauce colorway, and then we have a dire wolf here. I wonder what color the proto was. I think this might be the proto? Did I do a proto? Is this the proto? Who knows? Is this the proto? One was a P19, one was a OG Pelican Matte. I think this might be a proto. Because I did the black. I think that's the proto. The Big Boy 430. This was an April Fool's yo-yo. We released it on April Fool's. A joke on the Art 420, so we did the Big Boy 430. And then at this point, I was still doing accounting as my day job, so the 430, I was kind of a joke on accountants leave work at 4:30, blah blah. We had Excel green, whiteout, clear, water cooler blue. Hey Dave, thanks for stopping in. But yeah, this is the Arby's sauce. Because who doesn't love Arby's? Because for whatever reason too, at some point it came out, there was definitely a lighter blue on the dire wolf, but that I like Arby's, and apparently that's not a popular opinion. Like, you don't like Arby's, there's something wrong with you. People that don't like Arby's, if you, look, I understand fast food, whatever, that's fine, but if you're going to have fast food and you're going to tell me that Arby's is not good fast food, you got some issues. Oh, let's see if I have any of these out there. I kept the clear and the Excel green. Ooh, doggy. I gotta go to dogs. Oh, you guys did not hear that. I gotta go to dogs with dads. Dave, here's your Nomi. I think he just left though.
We've chased down a lot of
Um,
dreams, each one leading to the next, all the way to our latest. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue.
no Arby's in the UK. It's different. It's because it's not burgers. It's like a hot roast beef sandwich with melty fake cheese if you get that way. Um, the Luna Lip works perfectly on the gnome. We don't really have Culvers here. And the Arby's, see, no, I don't need the cheese. Just give me 2 packets of Arby's sauce on the roast beef sandwich. The fries are delectable. The hash brown is even. The potato cake is fantastic. They got the milkshakes extra creamy. I don't know that I've had anything else there though. I don't know that I've had like they have like chicken sliders and that type. I always just get the the roast beef sandwich. But I do have to get rolling here. We're gonna do the other half at a different time, maybe tomorrow, chat. I hope that's okay with you. Thanks for tuning in. Um, have a great day. Check out the office sales on Discord soon. We have